Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to Rangers Radio. Rangers 2, Hibs 1 in a strange game at Ibrox, but two exquisite goals. Got us a victory, my 17th straight home victory of this league campaign. Join myself, Oxchair, on the show. Is Southside afternoon, Southside, or is it evening? I don't know, 5 o'clock was that?
I suppose it's evening, isn't it? Aye, mate, good. Made it hard for ourselves, a wee bit earlier on in the game, but got the victory in the end, which is most important.
Aye, at times it was like a training session, keep ball, and we played some decent stuff, and then at times we had individuals who were a bit slack, but we'll put that down to the build up, slowly building up to next week when adrenaline will kick in, mate.
Aye, it was a wee bit of lack of pace at times in the game and stuff, but aye, I'd liked a wee bit better performance, but like I say, it's geared up for next week, and the most important thing is to keep the unbeaten record going, eh?
Well, aye, that's it. Well, hopefully 8 games left, putting out at the end of the season, mate, yeah?
Aye, that in the cup, mate, aye, count them down, 8 to go.
8 to go, simple as that. Mate, but hopefully 2 weeks today we'll played another 3 games and win them. And that's St Johnstone potentially twice in them. And that'll leave us with moving into a handful. But anyway, give your thoughts on the game, Southside.
I thought we started off not too bad. Created a few chances, had this sort of a wee bit of tempo. I thought when we got the goal, I thought we would have been on, mate, kicked on a wee bit better, maybe got a second goal in the first half. But going in at half time 1-0, I thought Kent was picking the ball up a bit deep at times, doing a lot of running, but you like to see him a wee bit higher up the park. He certainly rectified that in the second half. I thought he was busy. I thought Kamara and Aribo at times were pretty quiet, if I'm honest. I thought Davis was busy, as usual, wasn't it? Sort of just passing the ball and knocking it about, finding space.
I'll be interested to see what the view for the Bridgewards. I thought Glenn Kamara had his least ineffective league game this season, mate, if I'm being honest.
I thought the two of them at times, mate, weren't really in the game, no. But aye, Kamara, I did think didn't have a great game, Well, let's not saying great, just not as effective, like you say, as normal in the game,
Aye, he didn't play badly, but he sets his own high standards. I thought sometimes the movement between Ruth and Morelos was good, but you've got to find the passes have got to be made once you make the runs. Does they come off? You're not involved. I think Ruth, we've got a problem with Ruth. I don't know if he's not a number 9, he's not a number 7, he's not a number 8, but I'm sure the gaffer will work that puzzle out.
I don't see him as a number 9 myself. I know some fans out there have said they could maybe see him as a number 9. I don't. I think he's that sort of player that buzzes about the sort of striker in it. Just either side he can get involved. But aye, they linked up quite well some of the times, mate, and a couple of times it sort of fell away. But it was just about getting minutes in it. And at the end of the day, we've got the result.
Yeah. And just on the battle of I know you like a battle, mate. On the battle of the two fullbacks, there was only one winner, wasn't there?
Aye, one on the right hand side, I would have said, mate.
And I don't even think it went to points. I think it was a knockout, mate. Yeah.
Aye, he wasn't too clever on the goal either. Barisic, was he? So we conceded.
No, I'm talking about against the young fullbacks on their left and their right.
Oh, right, aye, their boy. I mean, that young boy had played left back for them. He'd sort of had a bit of headlines and he'd been doing quite well, but we seem to sort of keep him a bit quiet today. I know he got forward a few times, a young boy, but no, I thought Nathan was outstanding today, mate. I thought he did a really good game.
Aye. All right, we'll keep chatting, but before that, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
It's interesting how, and it was an interesting game at times, but I think it was a game, Southside, that very much lacked a crowd.
Aye, definitely, mate. I mean, the place would have been loud today, especially against Hibs. It's this pass. You find that in it. There's passages in play where the tempo falls out the game this season in games, and it does need the crowd there to keep the tempo up. And it would have been rolling them forward, when they're sort of looking at the ball and crossing it across the halfway line. It was quite slow at times, a wee bit like you said, a training exercise. But I think we're going to have to wait till next season now, mate, the way it's going for that crowd.
I think so, mate. I think so. Just rit it off and take it as it comes. There's only 8 more games to go on. And hopefully everybody can get back in next September, Sorry, August.
Aye, mate. Aye, so I think it'll be August now, mate, definitely. I can't see anything changing,
Aye. Hollander man of the match, did you agree with that? Oh, I don't know what Southside's went there. Hollander man of the match, big man, did you agree with that?
Aye.
No, okay. Aye, he's a no-nonsense centre-half, eh? Oh, lost Southside. You still with us, Southside?
Aye, mate.
Aye.
Can you hear me now, mate?
Aye, we can hear you.
Sorry.
Aye, no nonsense.
Aye, for me, mate, aye. He's definitely. I think he reads the game well. Some people think he's not got a lot of pace, but he chased that boy right across the park, made a tackle just on the halfway line. But I like him, mate. I think he steadies the ship when he's in there, and I like the left-sided player with the left foot playing on the left-hand side. I think it steadies the defence. But I like him as a defender. I think he offers us quite a bit, mate.
Aye, I think he's no nonsense. Reads the game very well and gives you everything he's got, doesn't he?
Aye, he's all heart, mate, all the time. He puts his head in and that, and he's just quite tough and he's strong, mate. He doesn't look that physically imposing, but I just think I think because he reads the game well and he gets his experience, mate, of getting your body into the right sort of shapes when reading the play and then putting the tackle in. But I like him. I think he does a really good job, and I think he keeps the defence balanced when he's playing, mate.
Aye, I agree with you. Obviously, we talked about Patterson, who has shown himself up to be a fine athlete. For 19-year-old boy. I'm just going to check his actual age, mate. Get it exactly. Right, but 19. What a prospect we've got in our hands.
Aye, he's full of. He reminds you a wee bit like Alan Hutton, doesn't he? Because he's got that amount he's got a good injection of pace. He drives forward. There was a few times in the second half where he just got the ball straight into centre half, straight across the halfway line and just bombed forward, looking to commit players or lay the pass off. So he drives forward quite quickly. He's obviously learned. Tav's obviously, I heard them saying earlier, Tav's been helping him. But I think he looks a good young mate, and I can see him doing very well for us, as time goes on.
So far, so good. Don't want to put too much pressure on the goal. He's definitely got something about him. He's not 20 till October, mate. Not 20 till October.
Frightening.
Aye. So he's just 19 and a half.
Aye, it's unbelievable. And it's great experience for the young boy, and it just shows you how much that he was highly rated even a year or two back, because we'd spoke about him before, if you remember, and we'd said, nah, he's not ready yet. He's definitely not ready, but he's been flung in since Tav's injury, and obviously with injury to Balogun. But he's seizing his chance, mate. It's all great experience, and he's playing in Europe, he's playing in the league, he's got to get a wee run, and he's got to get another game next week, Scottish Cup. So it's all experience for him, mate. But certainly injury-free and progressing, he looks like he's going to be a real player in the game, mate, over the years.
Aye. He definitely likes to get forward like Tav.
It's just a wee play, aye. It suits him. And he always seems to be available, but the shift that we've spoke about before with Balogun playing out there, and people were saying he was getting up and down the park, but it is a hard shift. But that boy, he certainly got bundles of energy, and he's up and down there. So, he's looking a cracker, mate, and he did another good game today.
Midfield, as you said, I agree with you. I think Davis was the best of the three up front. Morelos done some good stuff. Wasn't really that involved, but he never had a chance, so the ball never fell at him in front of goal.
No, we didn't. It was something that sort of lacked, really. Somebody getting a real good chance in front of goal with sort of set pieces, and we tried to do wee 1-2s. I thought Ruth was unlucky with the header, obviously, before.
Oh, that was a good header, mate. Good header.
Sickened me because I had time to score. I had 3-0 as well. But aye, it was a good save, and but no, there wasn't many chances for Alfie during the game at all. But at the end of the day, we got the victory. Like I say, it was a bit sluggish at times, wasn't it? You know, watching it.
And Ken came alive. Good goal, wasn't it? It was a good goal.
Brilliant goal. It was great to see him shoot across the box, wasn't it? The way he ran across and let fly. It was a cracker. Just thought he was picking the ball up quite deep at times, mate, in the first and bits of the second half. He wanted him a wee bit further up the park, picking the ball up there, you know. Obviously, with what he done when he scored. But aye, he was buzzing about. He was full of energy. So I take it he's got to be happy with his performance, getting a goal, and caused him a bit of havoc at times, didn't he?
Best for the front three? Best at the front three for you, Ken?
Aye, definitely, aye.
Okay. And the two sub, well, obviously we used 4 subs, but I don't think 2 were involved in much, were they? In the Zungu.
It's hard, mate. I felt sorry for the 2 of them coming on at that time. You know, it's not much to, you know, but I suppose it puts another appearance on it.
Arfield and Hadji never really influenced the game much, you know.
He did a wee shot, didn't he? Sort of. Come on, foot side the box, but nah. I think the game. I think it was just a case of seeing the game out. It didn't really create a lot of energy when we brought the sub zone. Did it? Really didn't really keep the tempo flowing. It sort of just stayed the same.
Aye. It's well, it's another win. We move on and we count them. So if you want to join us, give us your thoughts. It's 0141 356 1972. Let's see.
Because I've had that fucking. I had that.
What was that, mate? You there?
Is that am I on mute?
You weren't. You're no on mute if I said here.
Sorry.
You need to go on a course with Bridgeman.
It's no. I had something on this thing, and it's no telling me when I'm on mute and when I'm no. That's what it was. Thought I was on mute there.
On a Sunday as well.
I know I'll need to correct this thing, and I'll don't know when I'm on mute and when I'm no.
As I told you, Bridgeman will take you on a course. He's an expert. So overall, I didn't expect it to be a cup tie, mate. I think both teams playing the day, their main focus is the Scottish Cup. Is that fair?
Aye, mate. I actually said earlier I thought we'd have had a better performance today. I was looking for us to be a bit better performance, if I'm honest. I thought we would have been a bit more on top and dominated the game. I thought we gave them a lot of chances today. But aye, for the lack of games that we've sort of played in the last few weeks with internationals and stuff, I suppose we can take it, the result, more than the performance.
Sometimes you just move on and you take the result and you put it to bed and you move on to the next game, which is the biggest game of the season. Have I lost you? Just come off a mute south side. Stay off it. Aye, just stay off a mute, mate. Yeah.
Right, I've got it.
Stay off, and then I'll no end up talking to myself.
I thought it's something to look forward to this week, mate. Obviously, later on in the week, it's a big game to look forward to. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'd have preferred a better performance today, obviously, leading into the game next week.
Nate, it doesn't look as if we're getting any injuries. We got people playing ticking over. There was no sending off, so we take it and we move on, mate. The positives is we keep this run going.
Aye, that's it. Just keep the undefeated run going, mate, and just keep playing the football, and hopefully we'll keep picking up the wins.
Yep. We've been joined by... not sure, somebody's joined us.
Albert,
How we doing, Albert?
no bad, mate. How are you?
I'm alright, good to hear from you, mate.
South, how you doing, pal?
Aye, good, Albert. Yourself, pal?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, aye. That was stinking today. That was just stinking. I know they were after 5 weeks, but that was stinking. Come on. 2 good goals, but really good goals, but they'll need up the performance for next week by 100%, guys. That was... Do you know what annoyed me today? You know they were going to be sluggish. We all knew that. But the performance itself needs up. And what really annoyed me, in the defence, in the midfield, and in the forward line, it's the wrong decisions getting made. They're back to that again, making wrong decisions at the wrong time. Louis Hadji comes on. He done nothing, but he could have made a huge influence in that game. He gets the ball and he makes a simple situation difficult. He turns it into a difficult situation. You're getting it. Just take the simple ball, son. Why is it everything going to be complicated and fantastic with you? Just take the simple ball. And I'm telling you one thing, see if we turn up and do that next week, they're going to beat us if we turn up and do that next week, because that was dreadful.
Just going to read you this quote I got sent me there. I don't care about the performance, all I'm interested in is winning football.
Aye, correct. But you got to remember, Ox, do you think we deserve that victory today?
They had arguably more chances in front of goal than we did. Yeah.
Every time they came forward, I thought they were going to score. Every time we went forward, I didn't think we were going to score. I mean, that needs to be reversed.
I think we threatened, with situations. You rightly said we made the too many passes, if that's fair, Albert. Yeah.
Aye, overplaying it again. Overplaying it.
On the second half, Stephen Davis is 20 yards for goal. He's got to shoot.
I know. I've seen it. I don't think Davis had a particularly good... I know he's one of your favourites, but I don't think he had a particularly good game. But the league's won. We've done the job. But at the end of the day, if you want to go on and carry on and win the Scottish Cup, you need up it. You really, really need to up it, because that's nowhere near the way we play. That's no our game. See that walking pace? I don't think Kamara and Aribo could play a game of football any slower than that. It was unbelievable at times. It was beyond walking. And I'm saying to myself, are you going to speed up? I don't think the two boys' heads are in the game at the moment, because I don't like Aribo in the middle of the park. He's no midfielder. I don't think he's ever going to be a midfielder. You've got to get him forward to influence a game, because he's not got the vision for midfield for a start, and he's not got the control.
He doesn't see he sees everything positive. He doesn't see the danger.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't. Plus he's too weak in his right side to play midfield, as far as I'm concerned. If you play midfield, you preferably you're too fitted. But if you're not too fitted, the one that you're most strong on, you're confident with it. You can pass a ball maybe 5-10 yards with it. No, I mean, he doesn't seem to be able to do that with his right foot. So you're looking at him in midfield and you're going, you can close down in the midfield too quickly. And he takes an eternity on the ball. You're like, move the ball faster, son. You're too slow with the ball. But hey ho. And you've got to call them out on it, Ox. You can't sit back and say, "I'll be all right, I'll be fine." If you've got ambitions to finish this season the way they should finish this season, they need to up it. They really, really need to up it. Pass marks Kent. We Alfie didn't get fed the ball enough, so you can't really criticise Barisic caught in that, puts himself into a stupid situation twice. He done it. You're going, there was no need that goal. There was no need to lose that goal. That was you. You had a chance to actually play the ball forward or get it out the park, and you done neither. You nearly knock it out for a corner. You saved the corner and turn around and look at everybody if you've achieved something. I'm going, what did you put yourself in that situation in the first place for? I mean, it's just things like that annoy me.
Too many passes. It's, as I said at the start, Southside, there was times it did come across as a training session, yeah?
Aye, Albert, I know what you're saying. I mean, we do need to up the level, obviously, for next week. That's not even up for debate, mate. But I just think what you're saying about Aribo and all, in that position in the sort of three, it is a bit deep. He doesn't sort of influence the game as much as he can further up the park. No, it doesn't. I mean, I've said that on here for the start. I don't like him in there, but I understand that if he's put in there, he's got to go in and do a job. But if you're going to put him further up, then you had to look at the front three today and say, well, one's got to come out, which is obviously going to be Roof then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you're putting him in up front.
I can understand today, South, why he kept Ruth on. I was just trying to get more and more minutes into his game, but he's still off the pace. He's way off the pace, the guy. And he's turning. He does some lovely turns. You go, that's brilliant, son. And then he chooses the wrong thing today. Next, you're like, why did you not just play it out wide to either Kent or Barisic, who was out wide? Why did you go to turn yet again and get back in the way you came? It's just things like that. It really, really, really annoys me. It really does. And I'm saying to myself, we're too slow, we're walking pace. Well, let's get it going. We're not saying this is a mini-season. These 9 games are a mini-season. Well, I'm calling it out then. If it's a mini-season, let's go on there. Don't start putting performances like that into the end of the season, because see what all the good things you're doing, you're going to start to damage your good reputation, and they don't deserve that, because they're a good team. They need to up their game. They need to wake up. Saying you've gone and hold it, but you're not going and hold it now. There's a Scottish Cup to get won, so let's get on with it and get it done. Sorry, guys, to come on and be negative after a 55 and all that, but it's got to be called out. You can't let them away with that. He's got to get in and tell them that's not acceptable today, guys. Sorry, but it's no. Because they're running about, if they want to win a game, we run about going, as you say, Doc's training the day, innit? Nice sunny day, training, kick a ball about for an hour and a half, and then we'll go up the road for our chips.
I just think when we got the ball, guys that have been excellent for us all season. I agree with the Joe Aribo going forward. I don't think that's his natural position, because when he gets the ball too deep, you want him getting the ball at the edge of the box, if I'm being honest with you. But I thought Glenn Kamara, who's been excellent for us all season, mate, had arguably his least effective game for his league game. Yeah.
Aye. We said that earlier, mate, didn't we? We said that all bear. We thought Glenn Kamara wasn't that great today. Didn't affect it as much as normal. And I think Joe Aribo flitted in and out the game. Roof, I mean, you sort of analyse it, albeit there was a few out there the day that weren't really on it as much as normal, and that probably contributed to us at times not creating the chances for anybody.
It's understandable. It's understandable, mate, isn't it? But they've got to be told. They've got to be told. That's all I'm saying. They've got to be told.
Aye, and you're entitled to your point, mate, 100%. And obviously, I think the gaffer will know it's got to be better. 100% it's got to be better performance next week. We know that. But that's all we can hope for, mate, that we move on and next week we get a good performance and certainly the result, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's the work rate. They really need to up the pace of the game, the work rate. It needs to get up. It really does. This walking football nonsense that we've been doing for a few weeks. Prior after, well, they done it in the Celtic game, and they done it parts of that Cove Rangers game. The Cove Rangers, okay, they scored some good goals, and they should have scored more. Great, but it's Cove Rangers. It's got to remember the opposition and take that into account. I know you say, oh, you still want to go to win the game. I know all of that. That's all said and done. But I'm not looking at this mini-season and going, right, okay, we got away with a victory there. Well done, lads. Great. Now, let's get on with it now. Let's knuckle down and start upping our performances. Everybody in that team needs to up their performance, including McGregor. Everybody needs to up their performances. Big Hollander get ragdolled a couple of times a day. Big Golson was going to start going back to sleep again. Wee Patterson tried to keep the pace going. Give him the credit he did. He tried to keep pushing forward and keeping the pace up. And I'm saying, well done, son. But even with him, even he's making the wrong decision at times. You know, it must frustrate Gerrard and McAllister and Beelan on him as well. Watch me going, what are you cutting in there for? Not just him, I'm talking about them all. Main run. Kamara, to be fair to Kamara, he's got other things in his mind. He can understand why the boy is not quite on his game. You could understand it if that was affecting him. I don't know if it's affecting him, but he's not on his game at the moment.
Only time will tell. Well, I'm not saying Kamara had a. Well, I don't think he did his greatest game. What I'm saying is, he sets his own standards and he didn't reach them a day. Is that fair?
Aye, absolutely, mate.
You know, but listen, I mean, I think that's sometimes how Barisic was exposed because Glenn couldn't get into the game, but he played the whole game. In fact, I would have took out the two of them. I'd have took Glenn off before I took Aribo off. One, I didn't think his game was great, and two, he'd been booked, you know.
Mm. That's another thing, that referee running about how they cared. I mean, he does one tackle, he pulls that guy back once and gets booked for it. That wee baldy trumpeter there's in the middle of that park. How many fouls is that wee guy get away? And I don't think he get booked today. I'm saying, how many fouls is this guy going to get away with? And that big Porteous, you see him falling down, holding his face, trying to say that Golson slapped him in the face. I'm saying, what's going on here? And that clown referee's running about getting the yellow cards out, and I'm going, oh, the game deserved that, didn't it? Oh, it was a right rough and tumble game, that one. Says, most people who was at that game were in there with their sleeping bags and their pillows going to sleep watching it at times.
That's what it missed.
Anyway.
Missed fan. We've also been joined by Robert. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Ox. Good evening, everyone on the panel tonight. Yeah, not bad, mate. Got to say, disappointed with the overall performance. Bells we played no bad, but as Albert said, he calls it right. It's not really acceptable. But at the end of the day, we still won 2-1. We got another 3 points, and that's 17 games in a row at Ibrox. We've won 17 out of 17. So look at the positive side there.
That's a big,
happy with that.
Big positive, Robert. You're right. But we're critiquing the performance, and at times we've done okay, and at times we were ordinary. Is that fair?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and see, can I be honest? If I'm going to be negative here, can I be honest with you? I think we've got a real problem in our team, and a lot of Rangers fans might not want to hear this. I think down the left-hand side, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think Borna Barisic can defend to save himself. I think he's got a cracking wand of left foot when he puts a ball into a box, going up that wing. But I'll be honest with you, I think I've watched it all season in European games. He gets caught the wrong side of the ball constantly. He lets a man get down the wing and get crosses into the ball and he doesn't defend him. And I'll be honest with you, see if that's James Tavernier, he's going to get slaughtered for pillar to post. I don't think Borna Barisic can defend to save himself, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's only my opinion watching him this season. I think in general he's a good football player. Going forward, I think he's fantastic and gets great balls into the box, great deliveries and all that. But I think as an actual defender, I think we need to look at it. If we're going into the Champions League, we need better than that at the left back.
Southside.
Knew you were going to come to me with that one. Aye, Robert, to be honest, right, I don't think there's much difference between Borna Barisic or James Tavernier. I mean, you're saying that Borna, I think he's not a bad defender. He's been caught out a few times. He's cost his goals. So is Tav. So I think the two of them are good at what they do. They go forward, they assist, and they score goals. And on the negative side there, sometimes you've got to take into account that they aren't the best defenders. You know?
But Southside, I know what you're saying, but I think in the past, Tav, I would agree, right, but not so much this season. And I think if you look at it today, look at the young boy Patterson. They never caused us anything down the right-hand side. Wee boy, I thought again, done well for us. But I just feel Borna Barisic. Now, see if I'm that rotten lot next week, I'll be saying, go down that left-hand side, you'll catch him out, because I just feel, mate, I'll be honest with you, I've watched it all season, I watched it in Europe constantly. He constantly gets caught on the wrong side of the ball, mate. I don't know what it is, but he constantly, yes, I've seen him in good games, don't get me wrong, I've seen him in good games, but I just think as an actual left back, and I'm not thinking about going forward as a defender.
Hello!
Tucker, turn the show off, mate. Turn the show off.
Right, Paul. Right, that's it.
How are we doing, Tucker? Sorry, Robert, we'll come back to you in a minute, mate. All right. How are we doing, Tucker?
How you get on, boys?
All right, mate. All the better for hearing you. What bet did you have on the day?
£120 scoring one.
Say that again, mate. I missed you.
120 quid scoring Rangers.
I never caught that. Did you, Southside?
I think you said 120 or something. Rangers score one or something.
Score one.
Aye, scoring one. Oh, sorry.
So your bet's up?
My bet's up, Paul, £400.
Happy days. That's the Rangers getting some.
Fucking brilliant. Hey, brilliant, huh?
What's on your mind, Tucker?
I just, a couple of things, Paul.
Aye, on you go, mate.
See that yesterday? I don't know if you noticed. The other side was setting off fireworks, but it was a minute silence of the disgrace.
Hey here, are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised, no.
Well, don't let them live in your head. Your next point, mate.
The next point, I worry about next week, Biggie. What do you think yourself?
You worried?
Ah.
Right, I'll be honest with you. If we play, we win. Yeah.
If we win.
Aye, we need to get our start. We need to get playing at 7-8, 8.5 out of 10. The day's performance was arguably a 6 at best. All better.
Absolutely, mate. I'm no fear of next week if we play. Absolutely no. We'll beat them comfortable if we play. But if we put that performance in, we're in trouble. We're absolutely in trouble. Because I'll tell you one thing. I want this wee 9-game league we've got going that everybody's talking about. I want to win it. I want to win everything. I'm just that way. So I want to win it. And we're not going to win it if we keep putting performances like in it. And so next week, get it sorted. And I'm telling you right now, he needs to tell them now. He needs to tell them all this week, get that sorted. That's not going to be accepted. The Rangers fans will never accept that. Do you imagine the Rangers fans in the ground today for the last 10 minutes of that game, man? They would have been putting their heads in their horns, going like, come on, get your fingers. What are you doing? This is a nothing game. You've actually won the game playing bad, and then you've let them back into the game. What's going on? What are you doing? And it was doing to Rangers today. It was nothing to do with they're a brilliant team, because they're no.
Oh, Hibs were terrible.
They weren't a very good midfield at back. They've got decent forwards. And by the way, credit where the credit's due. If one of your players scores that goal that the boy Nisbet scored, Robert, we'd be saying it was a good finish.
Oh, it was a great finish.
On you go, Robert.
It was a great finish, but as Albert said, it was Barisic fighting in the first place, getting the ball away, and allowing the ball to come into the ball. It was a great finish, but I just think looking forward, looking at next week quickly, I would make one change next week, and I wouldn't play Roof, and I'd bring Scotty Arfield in for the game. So there's my team for next week right away. A week before it, I bring Scotty Arfield back because we need that wee bit of energy.
Forward one.
Yes. I would play Davis and Kamara, and I would tell Glenn Kamara during the week in training. I'd say to Glenn Kamara, right, you've done brilliant, you've played for 50 grand, you've done superb, you've been a great signing and all that, but come on, son, you need to get your finger out. See this, walking with the ball and all that and slowing it right down. I would say to Glenn Kamara, if I was Steven Gerrard, watch Stephen Davis and you'll learn a lot, son. That's what I'd say.
And who
was that?
That was Robert.
I agree with Robert. I would play Arfield. I agree with him.
I can't believe that, Tucker. That's 18 months. Robert's coming on here, and you're the first one ever to agree with him.
I agree with him. I would play Arfield.
Thanks, Tucker. Tucker, you're a man in my own heart.
I agree with him. I would play Arfield. Hey, as you say, Rangers turn up, we'll beat it.
Ah, you're right. And by the way, I agree with you as well, mate.
Give me I'm doing with my £400 off.
Go on then, mate. Go on then. Tell us.
Single bet next week. Rangers scoring one.
Southside. What do you think?
Scoring one, Rangers.
We'll win anyway, Tucker. That's a certainty. But we need a better performance, mate. I've always said that. It's just because we've watched it today, and I wanted a better performance. I said it at the start of the show, mate. I was looking for us to be bang on it today and put in a good performance. But see, at the end of the day, we played well in spells, and I think the players know what's at stake next week. They know. I don't think Stevie G will need to get into them too much. Maybe performance, but I think they'll all be on it next week. I think we'll see a far better performance. It'll need to be anyway, mate. So we've got to expect it, and I'm sure they'll put it on for us, and we'll batter them, and we'll get them out the road.
Any day, we are the people.
Here, Tucker. Listen, you go and buy the Wayne's ice cream this week. Next week when it starts your finger, you're cooking whenever the game will be. All right, mate?
Right, neighbour, I'll get to talk to you, Paul.
Brilliant, Tucker. You take care of yourself. What a man. What a man.
Cheers, Tucker.
He's in a better mood this week. He's
Aye, I didn't want to tell him I had 3-0. Aye, good on him.
Aye. Robert, carry on with your point, mate. Carry on before when Tucker come in there, mate. Yeah?
I'm just going on a bit. I think, let's see again, I know I'm having a wee dig at Bomber the day, right? And he's a great player, don't get me wrong. He's done great for us. When you think of the first year he was at the team and he struggled for the first year and he's come on leaps and bounds. But I just think Glenn Kamara again, and Albert touched right on what I was saying. The whole game I was so frustrated with Glenn Kamara because it was so slow, it was unbelievable. He needs to look at Stephen Davis. Yeah, Stephen Davis maybe didn't have a 9 out of 10. Maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But he knows when to slow a game and when to get it forward. And there was one point in the second half where Stephen Davis burst forward and he put the ball at the wing and it was a bad pass and out for a throw into them down the Copeland Road. We'll remember it. But at least he got in that position, which I didn't see Glenn Kamara doing once. So Stephen Gerrard needs to say, Glenn Kamara, you need to start with a bit more energy, a bit more legs, and running back and defending the way Ryan Kent did. Son, you need to do a wee bit more because you're a great player and you're a great prospect. And that's what we need next week. We need guys to go in there, guys that are going to go into the trenches. Because Ox, let's not forget, they've got nothing else to play for. They'll be right up for it next week. And let's be honest about it. But so we need to get our A game, because if we play like that the day, as Albert said, we will not win, and that frightens me to think about that.
Mm-hmm. I think, listen, I don't want to turn into, I'm giving you an honest assertion of Glenn Kamara, Albert. I didn't think he had a good game. But if you take his season overall, he's been excellent, hasn't he?
Oh, fantastic, mate. Fantastic season. I mean, I'm cutting the boy a right big bit of slack for what he went through as well. So, no, I'm not thinking, I'm not coming on and saying, and I don't think Robert's saying either, I don't think any of the players are bad players. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, because of the 5-week layoff, and no, on it's not their fault they get laid off for 5 weeks, and just that you've won the league comfortable, and your competitive edge is actually dulled a bit. So to that point of view, you can understand. But I'm just saying, if they really want to finish the season strong, win the Scottish Cup, and if they want to go unbeaten, the unbeaten one doesn't really bother me. If we get it, brilliant. But it's the Scottish Cup. I want that Scottish Cup. I don't care what anybody says, I want the Scottish Cup. There's no reason why we can't get the Scottish Cup. It's down to us. If we want it bad enough, we'll get it. So you need to get the hunger and desire to get it. And I didn't see that today, and that's what was concerning me. That's why I come on, because at the end of the day, I'm one of the ones that they set the standards. I'm doing hold them to the standards. And I think Gerard's the same. He'll be telling, hopefully he'll be in there telling them.
Don't worry, Tucker's going to get...
Can I ask Albert a wee question?
Yeah, on you go, Robert.
Albert, love everything you're saying. You're spot on. Can I ask you a wee question? See that performance today, is that like the team that won 9 in a row when we used to win the league with 6 or 7 games to go and then they take their feet off the gas? Is that what's happening with this team this season? Because Albert, let's be honest, you can't fault the guys, Glenn Kamara and Bomber Barisic, who have a wee go. They've done really well. It's the whole team, the whole squad have done fantastic this season for us, and we cannot complain. Well done to them getting us 55. But have we now seen a team that have done the hard work and they're taking their feet off the gas, maybe at the wrong moment?
Aye, definitely, mate. I don't think it's entirely down to the players' fault, okay, because there is mitigating circumstances here. But at the end of the day, they need to recognise that, look, guys, that's not going to be good enough. What they also need to understand as well, the ones that are staying with us for next season, they need to understand that it never ends. It never ends at Rangers. It's win all the time. What you've done is what you've done. Listen, this history book stuff now. Let's go on and create more history. That's what they need to understand. And if we don't keep them on it that right now to the end of the season and then get into close season, you then get a team coming out next year thinking, well, we could just do this again. It was quite easy, and it'll not be easy. The next season's a hard season, and they need to waken up the new and learn that we're going to be expecting this next season, and it's got to start the new. Shows the new. I'm not interested in waiting till next season, waiting to close season. I'm seeing it the new. If I see it the new, I'll know they've got the hunger to carry on for next season, get more trophies. Start with the Scottish Cup this season. Get the Scottish Cup.
Tucker's just messaged me and said he'll get you a cone to cheer you up, Albert. Listen, I think you're valid points. I remember back in the day, how many Scottish Cups did we maybe cost ourselves, Robert, by taking the foot off the gas?
Oh, plenty.
You know, you think back to the United, you know. But anyway, I'll cut across you. I think we've enjoyed the gym, if we can.
Oh, you have? Good evening. How are you, boys?
All right, mate. How's your good self?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine and dandy. But you know what I'm loving? I'm loving the fact we're disappointed that we're not running people off the park. It's like the old... I was very lucky to be up in Scotland for the 9 in a row. I was in the Dundee United end when we won 9 in a row. And I love the fact that every game we expected to just go out and destroy everybody. And I love the fact that we're now disappointed, even at this stage of the season when we've tucked it away, that we're not going out and destroying everybody. And I love the fact that Rangers fans are expecting everything. And we deserve everything. It's brilliant.
Jim's right, south side. On you go, mate.
Aye, Jim, 100%, mate. We're a hard lot to please, aren't we, to be honest?
Absolutely.
We've won the day, mate, right? We have won, right? We've had a great performance. That, but we demand it, mate. We know, and
absolutely, and we should. I know.
And it's when we don't want standards to drop, but we can't go out and be brilliant every single game. I've said that before. Points sometimes our performance, but the league's won. And that was the main objective this year, was the league, right? This cup now becomes the objective, obviously, and obviously we've got them. So we're looking for a better performance. I know the players will know what this game means next week, They'll come out fired up, and all we're looking for is a performance. But for what we've done earlier this season, in the league, that was the main objective. But like I say, we'll hear it for tomorrow night as well, mate. There'll be people on saying it wasn't good enough, because we're a hard lot to please. But that's just the way we're as a Rangers support. We demand it.
But isn't it a good feeling to be back there thinking we're undefeatable? We are the people. We are going to go forward. We're going to beat everybody in every competition. I love it.
If you look how long you've probably followed Rangers, like myself and everybody else on this panel, we've conceded 3 goals at Ibrox this season.
I know. Absolutely amazing.
You wouldn't have never dreamt that. So
absolutely.
I would like to have not conceded a goal a day. It was a good goal. It was stupid the way we conceded it. But like I said, mate, but I had a lot to please, and that's the way it is. But the juggernaut rolls on, mate. Then that's it. The juggernaut rolls on.
It just there. And honestly, I'm missing the stuff.
Oh, we're losing Jim. You breaking up, Jim? You there?
No, a great signal.
That's all right, mate. Great points you make. We set high standards, Robert, and obviously we can only all bears come on, and rightly so. He's critiqued what he's seen.
Oh, he's been bad on the money, and now Jim's got me feeling bad, and I just want to take everything I've said in the last 20 minutes on this programme back. I want to take everything back. No, Jim, listen. You made a great point. So the south side, yes, we've only lost 3 goals. We've won 17 games in a row, Ibrox, and we lost 1 European tie. Do you know what I mean? All the ties that they've played, or they have fixed played, and you know what? And we should be sitting here and going, you know what, just looking everything positive. But as a Rangers fan, you're born a Rangers fan to win.
Hello.
If we play that, it's a beautiful, Jim. We want to win. That's just the way it is as a Rangers fan. So that's why they get critical, and that's why they get critical about our team. It's not that we don't love our team. It's no one will get behind our team.
I know.
We look for the faults more than we look for the good points, and that's just been a Rangers fan, because we're so determined for us to constantly win, to be where we should be, always at number 1, and that's Rangers Football Club, number 1.
And you're right, pal. You're absolutely right. And the good thing is we're back, and we're back big style. Right, we're no stopping.
That's the point. All bears try to make. You make standards, you stick to them, and you drive forward.
Yep.
No, we're back. It's us now. Everybody's chasing us, and that's the way it should be. All right, boys. Thank you for that. Thank you. I'll talk to you later sometime.
Cheers, Jim.
No worries. Right, cheers, pal.
What a nice guy. Not that you're not a nice guy, Robert, and all Bear and Southside are nice guys.
I'm not a nice guy.
I forgot that, mate. I was trying to play to the crowd, you know what I mean?
he was the angry man.
I don't want to be a nice guy. I want to be a winner.
Wait a minute, I've got an...
How's the play of the season gone? How's the play of the year gone? Who's at the top still? Sir Stephen Davis?
Of course, mate, of course. He's going to win it. I run it, didn't I?
I'm not here to talk about it.
We've been joined by Barry for the port. How are we doing, Barry?
Hello?
Hello, how are we doing, Barry?
That's no Barry, mate. It's Davey.
Oh, all right, sorry, the boys, they can't read or write. Sorry about that. How are we doing, Davey? All right?
I'm good. Just a wee call, guys. See what you think. Obviously, I'm a big Ryan Kent fan. I know Robert knows me as well. I'm kind of on Ibrox Radio regular, and I'm a big Ryan Kent fan. And see when he plays well, see if he can add more goals to his game. He's probably the best player in the team. I just think he needs to have a bit more confidence outside the goal, because that was a picture goal. 2 great goals we scored. Just to see what you think.
Southside.
Aye, mate. He's a wee bit inconsistent at times, you know, but he's got the pace, and he can turn, and he can take players on. Sometimes his end product at times 1-on-1 with goalkeepers, and that hasn't been the best. But when he's on form, mate, and he's clicking and he's got the confidence, he's a great player. It's just like all sort of players that sort of play wide over the years, mate. They can be inconsistent at times, you know. Something that you put up with. But on his game, especially the goal of the day, it was a great goal, mate. The way he cut across and took that shot, buried it in the bottom corner. If we could add that to his game a bit more, if we could add, the whole team could add shots like that from outside the box, it would probably help, because we'd a few chances a day. But Ryan Kent, mate, he's an exciting player as well. You're looking forward when he gets on the ball to take defenders on. Just sometimes his end product lets him down, pal. That's what I think sometimes.
He's ninth.
No, you're absolutely right.
His 9th league goal, Davey. His 9th league goal. What are you looking for? About 15 off him?
Aye, that should be realistic for him. But no, the biggest problem is they're all the same. They get to the outside of the box and nothing's on. But rather than test the keeper, they'll try and I get it. It's all about trying to get the team to open up. But when teams don't open up, you're leaving us with no option. And I just think they need to have a wee dig more often. Aribo as well. He's got a great left foot. Debatable, his right foot's not the best right enough, but
no,
he's got a great left.
His right foot's
as well. It's that's what I'm saying. I just think that we could be shooting for more for range and working goalkeepers a wee bit more, because we've got it in our locker. And absolutely, listen, he's no consistent, but he's the only player that gets you off your feet. If we were there now, he's the one that cuts his run, his movement. The rest of them, they kind of go through the motions, they pass and they move. Sometimes they pass and they didn't move. But we haven't, it's picked the ball.
I'll tell you the best thing I like about Kent is, you're right, his skill, his trickery, you know, that's brilliant. But the thing that I really like about Kent, and I think what Gerard likes about Kent, no matter what kind of game he's having, he never hides. He never, ever hides.
You know, he's work rate. He does a lot of chasing back. What I will say is, I mean, that goal today, the goal was scored against Aberdeen. He's got it in his locker. He scored 9 league goals this year out there. His numbers, maybe with the kind of talent in the games we play, maybe he should be up about 15. Would that be fair?
Oh, I think he'll come, but I think if he stays next year as well, you'll definitely see the numbers going up. Because each year on year, he's been with us. He's getting better. He's getting better all the time. But as I say, what I love about the boy, he never hides. He never ever hides. He still wants the ball, no matter how good, bad, or different game he's having. He doesn't hide and he wants the ball. I like that about a player. I really like that about a player. And you're right, he works his socks off. Going back the way as well. He really does. So,
and you come, Davey?
Aye, definitely. Listen, guys, we're all the same, right? We're a hard act to please, right? See, as a crowd, as a support, we're very difficult to please. But see when he's playing, see a player that tries their best, see a player that goes out there and gives you his all. That's all we ask for. And Ryan Kent doesn't. He doesn't hide. That's fair enough. A bit more consistency. But next season, I would like a wee bit more goals if he stays.
Okay, great call, David. Great call. First time.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
First time on Rangers.
Thanks very much, guys. No, it's just the second time. The last time I called in was a while back. But thanks very much.
Great call.
Great show, guys.
Cheers, mate. We've been joined by
Cheers.
Barry. This time Barry has joined us for the port. How are we doing, Barry?
I'm good, thanks. How's yourselves?
Aye, mate. What's on your mind?
Just happy stuff. As I said, I'm not here to be a drama queen. Just like to, first and foremost, if I can, I'd like to send condolences to the Queen and the royal family on the recent passing of Prince Philip. So I think that that's the first and foremost thing we should be saying.
Well said, mate. Well said.
And reference to football, fair enough, scrappy game, but see, at the end of the day, who cares? We've won the football, and it's tactics from Gerrard. Do you know what I mean? We don't have to be drama queens about it. We'll do the business next week. But what's your thoughts on it?
Oh, I'll no answer that, mate. I'll go to the drama queen. Albert.
I ain't going to accuse of being a drama queen,
You know, people might say, we'll be lazy, blah, 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 whatever, but at the end of the day, we'll get there, and it's happy times for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Albert.
Aye, it's happy times. I'm not happy, but it's happy times. He's not going to be happy,
anyway,
he's one. I'll not be happy if we get the Scottish Cup.
Can I just say,
yes,
have any of you seen my garden on my daughter put my garden, it went into the Sun newspaper, and it was called, she put it on TikTok saying, I think it's called Rangers Gerden, they called it, Gerden,
right,
in the Sun newspaper. I'm ex-army, ex-Argyll, 24 years,
right.
and so I obviously done my decking, red, white and blue.
Red, white and blue. I think I did see that.
And a wee Rangers bar and stuff. Have you seen it?
Is the bar open?
Aye.
Southside.
Yep. I'm on my way. Aye. I'll get on that
drink.
board there,
I've got a sign up saying free drink tomorrow.
We don't care about paying for a drink, mate. Just get that bar open. Albert, you ready?
It's open.
I'm
looking for it.
I'm ready.
Have you got any links? I'm looking for something I can get for Rangers Football Club. As I said, I suffer from PTSD and my medication, see my writing and all that, and try to contact people. I kind of struggle a bit, but I'm trying to get something to Rangers. I've tried to send emails and they're all over the place, but is there anyone that can kind of help me or point me in the right direction? See, just something I can put in my wee bar.
Okay, right. Listen, we'll take your number and leave it with us, yeah?
Right, okay.
All right. What whiskey and vodka have you got behind the bar before we take a trip?
You're right. Cat piss.
Yeah, the tenants.
What's your language?
Oh, sorry. Cat's
sorry,
pee-pee.
Sorry. Robert, are you coming or what?
Well, I'll be there. Don't worry about it. I'll be there.
Right, listen, I'm not... Anybody who wants to come up, and can you put a shout out to any veteran Argylls?
Yeah, you do it, Barry. Go on, you give them a shout out for all the veterans, yeah? Go on you go,
right,
mate.
Listen, any veteran Argylls or whatever who wants to come up, my email is Barry McMillan.
Don't put your email. Don't put your email on live on
what,
there.
What did I say then?
No, don't say that. Just give them a shout out and wish them all the best, mate. Don't put your email on live on there.
All right. I'd like to wish all the veterans all over the whole services, and first, as well, as I said earlier, the condolences to the Queen and the royal family, because she's going to be hurt.
Well said, Barry.
Definitely. Stay strong, and listen, see the idiots, they're letting off their fireworks and all that.
Don't worry about them, mate. Don't worry about them.
We're not surprised about that, so we're better than that, so we won't even go there with them.
Right,
so
cheers, mate.
Be strong, keep your chin up, and be proud to be a prod.
Cheers, mate.
And if anybody wants to come up, just Google it.
Barry. Speak to you soon, mate.
Right, all the best. Cheers, sorry.
Mate. Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye.
Nice to hear for the boy, yeah? Right, you get your jackets. We're all going for a drink, because we've reached that time of the evening. Albert.
Well, that's a great day, because
we'll give you a shout out.
He's cheered me up there. So I'm getting a drink and I have to cheer up when I'm a drama queen. So I'm happy.
He's not told us that we don't know.
True.
Mind you, when they came on to the drama queen bit, Robert, you never came into my head when Albert was there. There you go.
No, I thought you were going to drop the drama and just say Queen when you brought me in.
No, Robert. Not at all.
Going to hurry up and finish. I'm going to wash my hair.
But anyway, I'll finish off and say another 3 points for the Rangers today. Is that I'm quite right in saying 34 undefeated, 17 straight wins at home at Ibrox. What more can you ask for? If you said that to me at the start of the season, I'd say you're off your head. So, on a positive note, well done the Rangers, and on to next week.
Don't worry, blow drying it. We'll just open the window and you'll get it dry there. Southside over to you, mate. Last word.
Aye, mate. We're a hard lot to please, but we've got the victory, mate, and let's get build up to next week. So that's all I want to say, mate. It's just get it build up to next week, and I'm sure we'll all be happy come next weekend.
Here. Thanks to all the callers. Good to hear from Barry. Good to hear from Tucker. Good to hear from Davey. And of course, who was the other one? Who I forgot? I forgot somebody. It'll come with me. Jim for Ken. And of course, Albert, Robert and Southside. Thanks to Fox and All School Blue for doing the technicals. Big shout out to the ladies. I'm sure we'll discuss it tomorrow night. They won 5-0. And a hat trick for Lizzie Arnott, who was with us on the show on Tuesday. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. And we'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 10 talking about all things Rangers.